courses that are required to use them are advanced and honors sections of English 1, 2, 3, and 4. So all of the freshman classes are required to use them, and then many of the sophomore and junior and some of the senior classes, the ones that are exempted from them, are our AP classes and our dual credit classes. By state law, they have to have a high quality text that is common through the district. So there is a making sure that we are following the law aspect to this. So this was one of the things that they chose to do. The other thing about this is that if everyone is following a similar curriculum, they're in this city, when people move from one house to the other, not at Manual, but at other schools, suddenly they have to change high schools because now you don't live in this neighborhood anymore. You live in that neighborhood anymore. You have to change schools. So the idea is if you have a lot of kids that are moving constantly around, they aren't having to start all the way over with a brand new curriculum. Instead, this teacher is doing a similar thing to what their new teacher is going to be doing.
Initially, we were told that this textbook was a resource and that we should try to structure our curriculum maps similar to the textbooks and to use the textbooks as kind of, again, like a tool, a resource, pull text out of. And we were able to still plan on our own and add supplementary novels. Like there's no novels in the textbook, really. The selections are not ones that I would ever use for the most part. The first unit was, for my sophomore class, for instance, was about freedom and power and stuff like that. And Mr. English and I ended up making it into more of a dystopian short story unit. We used one of the texts, which was Harrison Bergeron, great story. And then we filled it in with a lot of other like high engagement texts. Every time I say we're working for the textbook today, they kind of groan.
We haven't used them, and I hope we don't because they just look really boring to me.
And they just like carrying them. They just like the selections in them. They like the things that we pick better.
I just think the teacher should have a little bit more control about what they want to teach instead of, I guess, JCPS.
In my opinion, they're not really training our kids to succeed in college. Like that's what I think of a lot when I teach even sophomores is what are they going to be writing in college? I don't think any of that stuff in the textbook really is beneficial to preparing for college rigor.
What classes do you use workbooks in?
I used it in Finley's English honors course.
Did it help you learn it all?
No, not really. They kind of suck.
What classes do you use workbooks in?
I use it in math class.
Does it help you learn anything?
Not really.
Well, for Algebra 2, this is the first year. Last year, it was rolled out for Algebra 1. And I'm not sure if it was for geometry as well. I think so. But for all three levels, Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2, this is the first year.
I think that you have to have a viable curriculum.
I don't think that has to be a singular textbook. Like, the curriculum is the standards that we teach. So as teachers, we need to know the standards. We need to know what our students are expected to know. And we need to build a curriculum around ensuring that we're hitting those standards.
I don't think that it was teacher input at every grade level at every school, but as I understand it, there was a committee that reviewed resources and determined that this was the one that JCPS should use.